As everything develops, small to medium agencies can now also debut many promising visuals, especially for their girl groups. The most typical examples are Starship Entertainment and Adore, aka the management of IVE and NewJeans, and the home to two of the most viral visuals of K-pop right now. However, many still believe when it comes to the overall industry beauty and the visual average score of all girl groups ever debuted in the industry, no companies could transcend SM and JYP Entertainment. On Pan, there was even a long post dedicated only to comparing the signature visual of these two companies. And seemingly, no one could tell which one was having the most legendary visuals of all time. Representing the beauty standard of 4 girl groups that SM Entertainment had debuted, Yoona, Crystal, Irene, and Karina were singled out as, according to the OP, they're the ones that give out such a strong SM Entertainment aura. A standardized beauty of South Korea, surreal dainty doll-like features, and a chic, sometimes rather cold vibe. For the second-generation girl groups SNSD and FX, the OP believes SM Entertainment has deliberately chosen between 2 different types of beauty, but still share a bit of a dainty doll-like vibe. One belongs to the icy cold extreme, Crystal, and the other belongs to the warm and elegant end of the spectrum, Yuna, to set up their own unique beauty standard. Specifically, to represent the elegant visual, Yuna was chosen by SM Entertainment, and because she was everything the South Korean public asked for in a visual, she quickly became the most iconic beauty of the industry, and even of the country. With an extremely small face, complemented by big round eyes as well as petite lips and nose, Yuna has still been the timeless model figure of what the South Korean public expects at a traditional beauty. Because Yuna's personality is also inherently gentle and soft, which is the most expected trait of a dainty visual, people gradually look up to both her and SM Entertainment, praising the company for being able to scout such impressive faces representing the public preference. In contrast, to present the posh and icy cold visual, SM Entertainment singled out Crystal and did their best to help her shine as the icy queen of K-pop. With the defined sharp features, icy gaze, and especially the extremely preserved personality, Crystal quickly became the symbol of cold and luxurious beauty. However, things weren't so easy for her at first, because also for such an RBF, Crystal used to be mistakenly accused of a severe celebrity disease. It wasn't until the female idol went on more reality programs and showed more of her soft, gentle side did netizens stop bashing her like before. The harmonious visual mixture of the cold, soft, and chic aura has been kept up consistently by SM Entertainment since then. With their Gen 3 girl group, Red Velvet, Irene was specifically chosen to represent the beauty of the company. And literally throughout the Gen 3 era of K-pop, she has been voted to be the top visual of all female idols. Her visual is so favored by K-nets that when Red Velvet disappeared for over a year due to multiple bad incidents, and Irene's incident was actually the most detrimental to the act's reputation, all the people cared about when Red Velvet had their first stage after controversies was the breathtaking visual of Irene. Even the South Korean government is obsessed with Irene's luxurious and classy visual, as most recently, the virtual human ambassador of the Korean Tourism Organization has generated a sensation for looking exactly like Irene. Basically, when looking at Irene, the OP believed she had the perfect combination between Yuna and Crystal's visuals, for checking all the boxes of a standard visual in South Korea like Yuna, and also having an icy, hard-to-reach vibe like Crystal. For the 4th generation, many believed there was a huge shift in the beauty standard of SM Entertainment, yet overall, the same posh and icy aura from Gen 3 was preserved. By that, it means compared to other names like Yuna, Crystal, and Irene, Karina had a surrealist CGI beauty. And because of the uniquely sharp features, her visual created a polarized range of reactions, which either loved or hated her look, instead of receiving a general love and being considered the beauty standard of South Korea. However, for the most part, Karina is still voted to be among the top visuals of Gen 4 female idols. Whenever she performs, even when just on weekly music shows, it's almost like a golden rule that her visual would soon trend all over the internet. During the girls' era, there wasn't a single stage that netizens could stop admiring Karina's beauty. And the more they look at her, the more they feel like she isn't a real human, but rather a game character, created out of all the most perfect visual fantasies of humans. When wearing wigs, Karina looks even more like a robot, and for this, some joke that those who didn't know who Karina was certainly would think that they were looking at another robot invention of the most cutting-edge technologies. However, that was also such a polarized visual that, on Pan, many believed Karina shouldn't have ever been put on the same par with the legendary visuals like Yuna, Crystal, and Irene, let alone on the list of visuals representing the unique beauty standards set and preserved by SM Entertainment for the past 20 years. Not only that, all the comments praising Karina's visual also received an overwhelming number of downvotes, as, according to them, Karina possessed a plastic face, so she didn't deserve to be among SM's legendary visuals. Also for this reason, many have chosen JYP Entertainment to be the home to the most legendary visuals of all time in K-pop. And until now, the agency still has more votes than SM Entertainment regarding the discussion of which one has the best visuals. According to the OP, 4 faces representing JYP Entertainment's beauty standard in each era are Suzy, Tzuyu, Sana, and Yoona. Most also agreed with the opinion and said, looking at them, they could feel how JYP Entertainment was all about the natural, sweet, soft, and tuneful mixture between the Japanese and South Korean classic beauty. Not only the number of upvotes, but the comment section also showed an overwhelming victory of JYP Entertainment over SM Entertainment, as the most liked opinion was about how Suzy alone could single-handedly outshine all the other names. Especially in the 4th generation of K-pop, many said the attraction of visuals coming from JYP Entertainment was way more considerable. As compared to aespa, ITZY and NMIXX had way more names that could fit perfectly to the strict beauty standard of South Korea. Some also mentioned it wasn't just a joke that the agency was called the best girl group producer of K-pop, because even though their idols weren't exceptionally good vocal and dancing-wise, they could still amount to great success thanks to the widely favorable visuals. Most agreed that Suzy and TWICE were 2 solid examples of how JYP Entertainment could still garner great attention, though their idols didn't usually outshine the skills of those coming from SM Entertainment. As for Suzy, with her naturally harmonious and youthful beauty, she has been among the most famous names in South Korea, though many idols of her generation have either retired or simply been forgotten. From the day she debuted with Miss A till the day she departed and went for a solo career, Suzy has always been voted to be among the top visuals of K-pop. While TWICE, specifically Tzuyu and Sana, have a different type of beauty to Suzy, netizens agreed they could still represent the beauty standard set by their senior thanks to the adorable and sweet features. Specifically, their slightly round small faces were both perfectly complemented by big double-lidded eyes and a heart-melting smile. Most importantly, the 2 also have the same friendly and warming aura as Suzy, aka the biggest trait that differentiates JYP Entertainment's visuals from those of SM Entertainment. For example, while Crystal, Irene, and Karina often give off a feeling that they are extremely shining and distant from the figure of a normal person, visuals of JYP Entertainment created almost the opposite vibe, always emanating a girlfriend material vibe. Also different from SM Entertainment, JYP Entertainment seemingly sticks better to their signature visuals preferences, as even up to the 4th generation, the candy, bubbly, and friendly vibe is still vividly seen in Yoona, aka the 4th name that the OP singled out to represent the beauty standard of JYP Entertainment. With an extremely small face, complemented by big doll eyes and heart-shaped lips, Yoona easily checks all the boxes of JYP's criteria. Because she is also the mood maker of ITZY and literally the brightest person on earth, she is always smiley, and that makes people feel like she's a relatable friend, rather than a superior idol coming from another dimension. After pointing out the unique visual standard of each company, and also the representative faces of such criteria, most people in the comment section still couldn't decide who is the legit winner. While the number of votes of JYP Entertainment has always been more than SM Entertainment's, some said it still doesn't prove anything, as the difference in vote numbers is too little. Plus, people in the comments themselves also showed mixed reactions, so it's obviously impossible to tell which company was better than the other. However, in your opinion, is it SM Entertainment or JYP Entertainment that should be granted the title beauty standard setter of K-pop? Comment down below to share your thoughts with us. Also, remember to like, share, and subscribe to BeBoss TV for more interesting K-pop content. Thank you for watching.